So after Chennai Super Kings, now it's time to discuss the auction strategy for the runners-up of IPL 2023. Yes, Gujarat Titans. So Kinshuk, they have already kind of made headlines ahead of the mini auction 2024 because their captain, or as I should say, former captain, Hardik Pandya has now been traded back to Mumbai Indians. The same captain who led them to their maiden title victory in their very first season in 2022 and had also got them an inch closer to defending their title in 2023. So, Kinshuk, I think with Hardik Pandya not being there, Gujarat Titans do have like a huge gap to fill this time.
Yeah, exactly. As you mentioned, like 2023 runners-up, 2022 champions, and essentially the biggest disruptors of the IPL 2024 auctions. To accommodate Hardik Pandya in Mumbai Indians, they had to sell off Cameron Green to RCB. And see, listen, honestly, you cannot replace Hardik Pandya, but you can try. You can essentially try. And that actually shows on their retention list, so to speak. I think Gujarat Titans as a team are very well covered, and Hardik Pandya will essentially be the main hole to fill. For me, if you ask me, I think they don't need to buy all rounders. If they do, Omarzai from Afghanistan is a great choice. But if they want to go for batters and bowlers separately, they can do that as well. I think, and you can have your opinion on this, I think Rachin Ravindra as a specialist batter and a part-time bowler will be a great choice for Gujarat Titans. They have 38.15 crores in the bank and not a lot of places to fill. So maybe Rachin Ravindra and maybe somebody that you have in mind?
I would say with already Kane Williamson and Shubman Gill being there in the top at the top of the order, along with Ridhiman Saha, if he gets to open, I think they already have a lot of players who can actually open for them. What I do think is that Rachin Ravindra, talent like him, the way he played in the recently concluded ODI World Cup, I think he deserved, like, there are many more teams who would need a player like him and might go big on in the auction for them, for Rachin Ravindra. So I feel that Omarzai can be a great option because the way he played in the ODI World Cup, over 9 wickets, and in the 9 matches, I think he scored over 300 plus runs, which is like great for an all-rounder. I think the team would not want to tweak with their order that much to keep their winning combination intact. This is what I feel. So I think that Omarzai can be a great option. And what I feel is, Kinshuk, that not just the all-rounder spot, but of course Mohammad Shami is there. He was the leading wicket taker in ODI World Cup. But is he enough for the team to make them reach the finals yet again, or maybe win the title? I don't think so. They would need another pacer this time, because Mohit Sharma, of course, he had a great season, but his age is also one of the factors.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 40 crores in the bank and you need only a very small amount of places to fill, one of the things that I actually wanted to talk about was the release list for Gujarat Titans. I noticed that there are several pacers in there. Yes Dayal, Shivam Mavi, Alzari Joseph, Oden Smith. These people have been left out, and I think, as you say, that to back Mohammad Shami up into their playing 11 as well as the squad, they might target a prime fast bowler. Several pacers have had a great World Cup, starting from Pat Cummins, who stood up for Australia as a captain. One of the interesting things is that Mitchell Starc is going to play this year's IPL after a long time. And I think he could be one of the big money players that Shubman Gill led Gujarat Titans could buy.
Okay, so you are going with Mitchell Starc. Even Kinshuk, in the last episode of this very series of the auction strategies that we are discussing, Akshay and I also got Mitchell Starc in the Chennai Super Kings squad. I think he's going to be like the player that I think every team is going to eye on this time because of the quality that he brings in. And
No. Would you not want a fast bowler on an Ahmedabad track where they won the World Cup? You tell me that.
Definitely, as I earlier also mentioned, he's a big match player. He comes in and performs when it actually matters the most, and the way he played in the finals, of course, we all know the results. So I think, yes, that would be great if, and of course, they have 2 overseas slots to fill. So I think Mitchell Starc can be, and knowing that they have 38.15 crores in their kitty, they can definitely go big on a bowler like Mitchell Stark. I definitely agree on that.
Yeah, and also to be honest, it's not like so their opening spots are filled. There is Shubman Gill, Ridhiman Saha, Kane Williamson will most assuredly play the number 3 spot. My preference is that Rachin takes that spot, and they have a host of batters. Where do you play them? Sudarshan and R. Sai Kishore will have a bigger role to play this time around. There is Vijay Shankar, Tewatia, David Miller, all match winners on their own right. Where do you fill these players that you bring in? So essentially, what becomes is that you need players for squad depth. Someone like Shardul Thakur, who has been released by KKR, could be one of the players who is sort of Hardik Pandya like, but not as good enough, neither with batting, bowling, or fielding. Leave captaincy alone. So Omarzai, if he's very, very expensive to buy, I think a better option for Gujarat Titans is to get in Shardul Thakur and make a great player out of him, which they have had a history of.
And even I think Madhu Shankar is also there, who was like a bright spot in a lackluster Sri Lankan team. Yeah, the kind of tournament that they had. I think he can also go for big bucks this time in the auction, and I think Gujarat might also go for him. But to be honest, I would love to see an young India pacer getting into the team, because, of course, under the guidance of Ashish Nehra, the way he has, built the team and the way the team is so successful right now, I think Ashish Nehra has a huge role to play in that, and I think we would love to see that. This is what this platform is all about.
Yeah.
So we would definitely love to see a young Indian pacer, maybe, getting to learn from a coach like Ashish Nehra.
So Ashish Nehra, as we know, has shown his affinity for these young India players. So Shivam Mavi was bought for a humongous amount of money, and then he was released a couple of seasons later, or one season later, I'm not sure. And this time also, there are several India pacers who can be brought back. So say for someone like Kartik Tyagi, for someone like Chetan Sakaria, they could come back into the lineup as well. And yeah, that's about it. That's essentially what the GT campaign is again going to be. You bring in players, you mentor them into a championship winning player. So yeah, I'm hopeful for Gujarat Titans.
So am I, because people always say that they don't really do that well in the auctions, but it's actually how, the coaches and the captains build the team around, and, they eventually, their last 2 campaigns have been brilliant because of the way they have built the players. And I think that's what we'll also look forward to see in this very auction, the way they're going to build young Indian talents, as we have been focusing on that. And of course, Hardik Pandya's absence will be there, but let's see how captain like Shubman Gill will pan out this time, how he is going to take this very new role. And yeah, I think, Kinshuk, that's about it on this very segment with us. This was sorry, I couldn't. How should I conclude it?
This was Diya Kakkar with Kingshuk Kushari for IDGV Sports.
Aise?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. And yeah, that's about it for this very segment. This is me, Diya Kakkar, with Kinshuk, signing off for India Today.